They are at the start of their journey, they think outside the box, and they often come up with bright ideas. Their projects are innovative, they are a new generation of business people, and their distinguishing features are creativity and enthusiasm. This is the World of Startups, the program about IT developers and the industry of startups.
Всем привет! В эфире программа
Hello and welcome to the World of Startups. I'm Serik Akishev. In the next 10 minutes with us, you will learn what has happened in the world of technologies since 7 days ago. Watch on this edition.
Смотрите сегодня выпуск.
Find out what at International Internet Conference IMEX speakers talk about from tribunes and in lobbies from our correspondents. Dogovor24.kz may become your personal virtual lawyer. What can this service offer to you? How to run business in hard times. Experienced entrepreneurs pass on their tips. It is believed that a well-established business will weather the hardest times, and if it doesn't, this will be a good lesson for them in the future. In Kazakhstan, there are quite a lot of business people who have experienced highs and lows running their business. Having survived the crisis, they know how to succeed in the times of uncertainty. We have interviewed experienced entrepreneurs about how to do business well in hard times. Startups are often called a lottery for a good reason. According to statistics, only 1 in 100 startups becomes a lucrative business. One of such lucky startups is entrepreneur from Almaty Alexei Lee. 3 out of 10 of his projects became not only successful, but also survived during the days of the global crunch.
Начинал я веб-дизайнером, после этого...
I started my career as a web designer, then tried to become a programmer, and at one point of time, I set up a web studio. After that, apart from web design, we tried to launch various web projects. Many of them do not exist now.
Различные веб-проекты. Среди них многие проекты уже на самом деле не существуют.
Despite this, the businessman is not sorry about the 10 years he spent on the projects that had failed, as he thinks that he has found his own recipe for a long business life.
Не надо пытаться стартапу называть себя стартапом.
If you own a startup, don't call yourself a startup and don't count on that you will start to earn money in 5 years when you've got enough audience or clientele. This is the biggest mistake. You should be able to make money from the outset.
Ошибка. То есть надо уметь зарабатывать с самого начала компании.
Так вот, есть правила трудовика.
Today in Kazakhstan, there are about 1,000 startups that work in the field of e-commerce. Each year, there are 30% more startups, and only time will tell how many of them will survive during the first couple of years. But there are universal rules that experienced entrepreneurs follow to keep their heads above water no matter how tough the times are. One has to take their KPIs apart very thoroughly. There's the KPI for a month divided to 4 weeks, and to each week you should estimate your losses. You will have to be determined to fire staff when necessary. At the time of crisis, only the strongest should survive.
Их должны реально быть бойцы.
Also, one needs to pay attention to various online services that may replace human labor. For example, in order to do research on demand for a certain product on the social media, you don't have to have a staff SMM specialist. Use lead scanners that will cost a lot cheaper. One more thing, instead of waiting for better times, use the crisis to the full. Optimize and regulate business processes and maintain constant rapport with your clients. Follow Alexei Lee's example and other successful startups alike. Usually, at an initial stage of any business, an entrepreneur cannot afford a corporate lawyer. The lawyer is expensive and there is no guarantee it will pay off. Of course, you can outsource the lawyer, but this does not always work, especially when you have to make up the text for a contract for your foreign partners at 3 a.m. Well, in this case, you will find your personal virtual lawyer extremely helpful. This is Kazakhstani website Dogovor24.kz. Learn what services it offers and how it works from the upcoming report. Imagine you're a startup and you have just set up your business. This means you are limited in finances and you cannot afford to rent an office in the city center, and you can't hire a system administrator and a lawyer. You are computer literate, but you are not good at law. Don't panic. New technologies and services are at your disposal to help you out. One of them is Kazakhstani project Dogovor24.kz.
Онлайн сервис, который позволяет...
It's an online service that allows users to create personalized legal documents and receive personalized legal consultations. What makes this service special? First, documents can be created by users themselves, regardless whether they are legally literate or not.
Пользователями, независимо от того, есть у него юридическое образование или нет.
The second advantage of this service over the offline lawyer is the possibility of creating documents anytime during the day. The secret of the Dogovor24 platform is in its matrix, a clever system of creating documents that may make millions of variations of the document within such formats as selling or buying, rentals, supplies, services, leasing, and many others.
Как правило, к нам обращаются в основном
Our
предприниматели
audience is
малого и
mostly
среднего
entrepreneurs from small business and medium-sized business sectors, as the service is aimed at these categories. We have 2 or 3 orders a day on average. I'm talking about direct orders we do.
о тех заказах, которые мы исполняем.
The cost of this legal consulting startup is $200,000. Most money went for the payments to lawyers who created a unique content of the service. The website itself cost only about $6,000. The project hasn't covered the expenses yet, but this is not trouble for implementing the existing plans. In the near future, the subscription system will get more flexible and there will be twice as many lawyers in the staff of the website. Recently in Almaty, there has been annual conference IMEX. It is one of the most important events in the development of the internet in Kazakhstan. This year, more than 1,000 people participated in the conference. The people who visited the event are not only active internet users, but also those who develop it. Our correspondents have attended the conference to find out who makes trends in this field. Conference IMEX was first held in 2010. Since then, the number of speakers, as well as the number of attendants, have increased by several times. This year, foreign gurus of the internet field decided to make speeches for free. So strong was the impression of the scale of the Central Asian event. This year we had to invite a lot more speakers, not only from Kazakhstan, like it was in the previous years, but also we invited speakers from Ukraine, Europe and Russia. A lot of them think that the market of Kazakhstan has great prospects and they want to develop their businesses here. No wonder the market of Kazakhstan is becoming more attractive for foreign businesses. The revenue growth in e-commerce here is higher than that of in more developed CIS countries and accounts for 85% a year. Those states, the figures remain at 25%. Here is some interesting statistics. By the end of 2014, 8.7 million transactions had been made through electronic payments for the total sum of 21.5 billion tenge. The total number of bank cards issued in Kazakhstan accounted for 16.8 million. From January 2014 to February 2015, the average monthly growth in the number of bank cards was 0.1%. In addition, the trend of this year is the promotion of new mobile technologies and solutions in the sphere of trading, contactless payment systems, NFC, and mobile applications based on the use of electronic money. It is these fields where we expect breakthrough projects and startups that may hit headlines both in Kazakhstan and outside the country.
Это все, что мы успели вам.
Well, that's all we've got time for. I'm Serik Akishev, and you've been watching The World of Startups. If you have interesting projects or ideas and you want to raise awareness of them, share with them on our pages on Facebook and vk.com. See you next time on Kazakh TV.